What's good, y'all? What's good, Real Talk Squad? This is Miles, and you're listening to Real Talk with Miles Johnson, where you know I always keep it real. Let's get right into it, man. Y'all know what the deal is. NFC East champs, number one seed in the NFC, first round bye. You couldn't have scripted it any better than this. Oh, man, it is great to be a Philadelphia Eagle fan. And y'all know, if y'all been watching me from the jump, this ain't no Eagles bandwagon. We been supporting the Eagles. We been said that Jalen Hurts was going to be a starting caliber QB in this league, a franchise QB, after he done took that team to 9-7 and took them to the playoffs when they had no business being there. That let me know everything right there. I knew Hurts was going to be successful, especially this season, when I saw he took that bum roster of Jalen Reagor, Quez Watkins, a rookie, and Devontae Smith as your number one wide receiver, that defense with zero playmakers, and took them to the wild card. Oh, yeah, I knew that Hurts was going to do something with this roster. Again, a congrats to Howie Roseman. He's got a lot of flack in recent years. You know, after the Super Bowl run, made some, very questionable decisions to, draft a guy in Jalen Reagor in front of Justin Jefferson, to draft a guy. What's his name? See, I don't even know his name, but they drafted some guy in front of DK Metcalf. Could have got him too. So there's a lot of mistakes that were made. But ultimately, he made up for all those mistakes by being the executive of the year by trading and getting A.J. Brown. When I saw A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts laugh on the phone as soon as that trade was made, from that point on, I knew it was over. From that point on, I knew, oh yeah, this is about to be a duo for the future that is going to terrorize the league. And that's exactly what they did. So it was no doubt in my mind the ability of Jalen Hurts. Now, will I say that I expected them to win 14 games? I ain't think that. If you thought the Eagles were going to win 14 games this year, you're capping. No, I thought they was going to win the NFC East for sure. Because we ain't worried about no Cowboys. We're going to talk about them a little bit later. Ain't worried about no Giants. Definitely ain't worried about no Commanders. So it's like, I always believed that the Eagles would have a good season. Now, I thought they would be like, 11 games, 12 games, 10. But 14? In 2 of those games, Hurts was out. And the other game y'all lost, it came down to a 50-yard bomb to Quez Watkins, and then he fumbles the ball after trying to be a hero. Y'all know which play I'm talking about? So there hasn't been a game this year that Jalen Hurts has lost the game for the Eagles. There have been plenty of times quarterbacks in this league this year have lost a game for their team. Whether it was Josh Allen throwing interceptions late in games. Whether it is Tua. Whether it's Dak Prescott. Even some of the best quarterbacks end up losing games for their team. But one thing I can count on Jalen Hurts is that he's going to take care of the football. And he has this kind of aura around him to where it's like you have everybody playing for you and you have everybody playing up to their best game because they know that Hurts is going to up his game and bring it to that next level each and every week. So you saw that in his rookie year when he got thrown in the line of fire, and then magically, all of a sudden, the defense was playing better. They beat the Saints in his first game starting. Had a competitive game against the Cardinals, who were pretty damn good at that time. I mean, he kind of has he just has that that it factor to him. Like, can he throw the ball the farthest? No. Is he the fastest? No. But do I like his intangibles more than anybody in this league? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. He has those like that real dog mentality. And again, I'm any Q's watching this, John, y'all know Hurts, he got that dog in him. Like, he really do got that dog in him. Like, no pun intended, like, he really got that dog in him to where it's like you believe, he believes, and you believe he's gonna get it done. When I saw his shirt said I'm back, like Jordan, I'm like, yo, he awesome. Yo, he's snapping. He's snapping. I was like, oh yeah, I'm ready. So look, I knew Hurts was going to deliver. And I'm just glad that Ty Roseman, the Eagles, finally said, you know what? Let's support this guy who we drafted in the second round. He essentially took Carson Wentz's spot. And let's just see what he will do with some talent around him. And exactly what y'all thought would happen, or what I said would happen, give the guy some playmakers and see what he can. I literally said this in 2022, July 2022. Give the guy a fair shot. You can't say that he's not a good QB and he's passing to Jalen Reagor. Give the guy a bona fide number one wide receiver and you see what he's going to do. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. So again, we talk about this game against the Giants. Was it an ugly game? It was a little bit ugly. You know, I think that, you know, one thing that is always going to be on, is our run game with Jalen Hurts. Now, with Jalen Hurts this season, we average 157 yards a game. With Gardner Minshew, we average 77. That's a damn near 80-yard difference. 80-yard difference. But when you have a guy that can run the ball as well as pass, this opens the field for guys like Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, Kenneth Gainwell. So it was no doubt in my mind that the run game was going to do better. It was no doubt in my mind that the defense was going to do better, because in that Cowboys game, we gave up 20 points off turnovers. Okay? How about keeping the ball, right? Not turning it over, and let's see what this defense can do. And yeah, I heard he had that one pick in the red zone, right? That wasn't really good. But aside from that, he took care of the football, and that's what he's been doing all season long. And going to, like, you know, the MVP, I'm glad Hurts did not get the MVP. Obviously, I would love for him to get the MVP, just the fact that you got a Philadelphia Eagle QB getting it. But when was the last time a quarterback won an MVP and went to the Super Bowl? The last time that happened? Kurt Warner. So I would rather Hurts win the Super Bowl MVP than win the regular season MVP. That's just me. And I feel like him getting snubbed for this award, guess what? It's going to end up making him more hungry. Not like he needs any more motivation than he already needs. But I'm saying, like, hey, this guy is already hungry in himself. He's already hungry. And this just adds more fuel to his fire. So, yeah, I can't say enough about this team. You talk about on defense with, you know, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, one of the guys leading the league in interceptions, Josh Sweat, Hargrave. I mean, you still got Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham put in work to this day. Hassan Reddick. I mean, you have 4 guys on this team with 10 plus sacks this year. 4 guys. Team history never been done. Never been done. Never been done. So, what Howie Roseman has done with this roster is flat out amazing. I don't know if I don't know if they have executive of the year, but if they do, obviously Howie Roseman won that. And here's what I'll say too. Nick Sirianni. While I do believe that if the Eagles kept Doug Peterson, that he would do the same job, right? Like it wouldn't be a drop off. You got to give Nick Sirianni his respect. He is the coach of the year. Now, just having Jalen Hurts as your QB, and having A.J. Brown as your number one wide receiver, and having all those defensive linemen on your squad creating havoc, does that help you? Oh, yeah, for sure. But nonetheless, there were some questions about if Nick Sirianni can lead this football club. First year, ends up being 9-7, right? Against all odds. People read off the Eagles. They thought they was about to be 3-14. 3-13? And then what happens this year? Number 1 seed, first round bye, just like that. So you got to give Nick Sirianni his respect. He's one hell of a coach. And again, I hope that we keep our defensive coordinators. I heard that Jonathan Gannon, he might be looking at, the Texans job. You would be a fool to go and get that Texans job. That is a piss poor, a terrible organization that they don't even deserve a head coach. They don't deserve a head coach. They really don't deserve a team in Houston. They don't. With that management, with that ownership, they don't deserve a team in Houston the way that they treat people in their organization. You give a guy in Lovie Smith 1 year. You give the guy before him 1 year, I forget his name. It's like, give the guy a chance. Nonetheless, I love this Eagles roster, and it was just funny like this, the Cowboys, right? So on the other side, we win a game against the Giants. It was closer than we probably wanted to be, but heck, we got the job done. On the other side of things, you got the Cowboys that, again, they wanted to win this game. They had all their starters in, whether it was CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott. They had everybody there. Everybody. And guess what? They lost 26-6. 26-6. To the Commanders. You're losing to a guy in Sam Howell in his first start this year. In his first start this year. And y'all expect to be a Super Bowl contender? Like, yo, this happens every single year. It happens. I'm gonna pull this up because this is the Cowboys cycle. It happens every single year. The season starts. Y'all win some games. The fans start getting their hopes up. Start talking real reckless. Y'all be like, we them boys. It's our year. Yeah, we them boys. And then, come playoff time, the Cowboys build their fans' hopes up all the way to the top just to let them down in the end. It happens every year, and Dak Prescott is not that guy. Not that guy. So when you talk about, who am I, afraid of, or who can the Eagles really is going to give them like a challenge in the NFC, let's just look at it real quick. Let's look at it real quick. Look at it real quick. Right? Am I afraid of the Giants? Heck no. Am I afraid of the Cowboys? Well, we already explained that. The Bucks, all right, just the fact that Tom Brady is in the playoffs, you can never just completely write them off. They got a pretty good shot. Vikings, frauds. Once they lost to the Packers, by that much, I was like, they frauds. 49ers, again, as a team top to bottom, they're a great team. But I'm not going to trust a rookie quarterback and Brock Purdy to take me to the promised land. Personally not. So the only team that I'm really, all right, like, we're going to have to really play our real game against is, against the Bucks. Because you can never count out Tom Brady, even at 45 years old. But everybody else is light work, bro. It's flat out light work. I ain't worried at all. And I know the fact that if you have a guy in Jalen Hurts on your squad, a top 5 QB this season, and he will prove to be a top 5 QB this playoffs once he takes the Eagles to a Super Bowl, he will prove to be the difference. It's that simple. It's that simple. That simple, bro. So I just want Hurts to get his respect. I'm glad that he did. But the haters are talking about the Eagles' schedule is light. The Eagles' schedule was easy this year. So you're telling me that you thought the Eagles were going to win 14 games? You're capping. You're capping, bro. Stop capping. Stop hating and just appreciate greatness. Appreciate what Hurts has done. Appreciate what the Eagles have done. But to say that this schedule was easy when they weren't even projected to win the NFC East is so wild to me. Just give the team its credit. Give the team his credit, bro. Give the team his credit, bro. Give Hurts his respect. Nick Sirianni his respect. A.J. Brown his respect. Devontae Smith his respect. Miles Sanders his respect. Fletcher Cox his respect. Brandon Graham his respect. I can go on and on. My man Hassan Reddick his respect. Josh Sweat his respect. I can go Darius Slay his respect, even though, he kind of got on me in that last video a couple weeks ago. But give this team its respect. They deserve to be here. I'm happy as a Philadelphia Eagle fan that they got it done. They gonna rest up, get that bye, and man, I go back to Atlanta on the 13th, right? 13th that weekend. I'm coming back for a game. I don't know, Pops, if you're watching this, put together some bread for me. I got a bean for you. I got 100. I'm a college student, but I'm calling you out, Pastor KJ. I'm need to go to that game. Right? But let me know if y'all going to the game. If you in Philly, how you feel about the Eagles and their season? Again, I'm ecstatic about them. I love the whole vibe of this team. It's flat out amazing. But again, I want to hear what y'all guys say. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that jazz. With that being said, y'all, fly Eagles fly. We out.